G'day guys, how's it going? G'day guys, how's it going? G'day guys, how's it going? We're making soy milk. G'day guys, how's it going? Welcome back to Sam's Home Kitchen, where I bring to you budget-friendly recipes with sustainability in mind. So this week we're going down to absolute basic and we're going to make soy milk from scratch. I actually made soy milk as one of my first ever videos. The video still looked really good and the recipe is still solid, but the storytelling and the whole delivery was kind of just a bit meh, so I want to redo it. And for the people who missed out and don't actually know that you can make soy milk so easily at home, I just want to put it in front of everyone again. And at the end of the video, I want to introduce you to one of my personal favorite Taiwanese savoury breakfast. That's a really long name. It's soy milk but savoury. So if that is intriguing, make sure you stay tuned till the end to find out the recipe. So that's enough talking and let's get cooking. So to make soy milk at home, it really doesn't take a whole lot. All we need is some dry soybeans and some water. Grab a container to soak up soybeans to get it all going. You might have noticed that I wrote the recipe in ratio, being 1 part dry soy to 10 parts water. This way, when working with a scale, we can make as much or as little soy milk and still get it bang on every single time. I'm filling a 1 liter container with soy milk today, so measuring out 100 grams of dry soybeans. Next, we need to hydrate our dry soybeans with at least double the volume of water here. Just eyeballing is fine, I'm not going to be anal about it. Next, you can either leave it soaking in room temperature on the bench, or in the fridge if it's a bit warm where you are. Soak for at least 6 hours or overnight is perfect. So it's the next morning and our beans are all rejuvenated. It's so crazy thinking these dry beans can be stored for almost forever and be soaked and have life again in just a few hours. Check out the size differences here. Grab a bowl and a colander. Now we want to drain the soybeans. The soaking water here is packed full of nutrient, so go feed it to your plant babies instead of the drain baby, or your real baby. That would be pretty bad. Moving on, we whip out our blender to break the soybeans into smaller particles. If you don't have a blender, a neutral bullet, even a food processor, will do just fine. Soybeans in. And here is where we measure and add in 1 liter of fresh water. Lid on. Blender in position. And we want to blend the soybeans for a good 3 to 5 minutes. The smaller we can get the soybeans into, the more we can extract out of it. Once the soybeans are obliterated, quite literally, pack the blender away and get a big stock pot that we'll be using to simmer the soy milk in. Get all of the soy milk with soy pulp straight into the pot. This is the secret of achieving rich and creamy soy milk by cooking up the soy milk with the pulp in. Rinse down the side of the jug here. We don't want any of the hard work to go to waste, right? Once all done, we move over to the stove. Pot on the stove on medium to low heat. Soy milk has a tendency of foaming up and bubbling over as soon as it hits boiling point. So be sure to keep the heat on the gentle side and stand by to stir the pot so the soy pulp won't get burned to the bottom. It should only take about 5 minutes to reach boiling point. As soon as we hit boil, drop the heat to low and we want to simmer the soy milk for 15 minutes to really get the most out of the soybeans we blended up. Be sure to really drop the heat or else. Once time's up, turn the heat off and let cool for at least an hour. Coming back to the cool off soy milk, I'm using a nut milk bag here, but if you don't have one handy, cheesecloth or even a pillowcase will do the trick. Drain the cooked soy milk into another pot through the nut milk bag. Give the pot a good scrape because we are a frugal bunch here. Pick up our milk sack and squeeze all of the goodness out of it. Make sure to work out your forearm muscle on this one to get as much out as possible. Once done, We can now transfer the most delicious soy milk you'll ever taste into a container of your choice, preferably a sanitized glass container to maximize the shelf life. Lid on, and the soy milk is good to stay in the fridge for 5 to 7 days. Back to the bench here, we are left with some soy pulp or okara. These are full of nutrition and fiber, so definitely don't throw them out. I'm storing them in the freezer for the interim, but you can be assured that I will have a recipe or two coming out on how to use the pulp. Today's craving, I've got some savoury soy milk or doujiang. In a bowl, we want a pinch of salt, dash of vinegar, and a dash of soy sauce. A spoon of sun-dried radish, aka cai bo, and a youtiao, aka Chinese donuts. Into the bowl is our fresh off-boiled soy milk. Top it with some chili oil and spring onion. This is a breakfast for champion back home. The curdled soy milk gives it a good bite, combined with all of the texture and flavor. The cost breakdown is super straightforward. 100 grams of dry soybeans costed us 25 cents. A litre of soy milk will cost you $1.15 to $4.90 from the shops. Alright, and there we have it. We've made our soy milk and I've turned it into this luxurious. It looks like a mess, but it's really delicious. It's such a savory treat. I've mentioned so many favorites, but this is literally my go-to. If I'm in Taiwan, I go out for breakfast. Now shut up, dig into this, and we'll talk about it later. It's savory, it's acidic, it's spicy. The youtiao that we made soaks up so much of the goodness. Literally my go-to. If I'm in Taiwan, this is a must order, and I'm super stoked that I was able to recreate this at home. And obviously our soy milk, we have to talk about this soy milk. It's not only cheaper, but it's a lot healthier for you. Any of the shelf-stable soy milk, I don't know how they do it, but this soy milk, pop it in the fridge. It will last you for, I would say, 5 to 7 days. That kind of just makes me wonder, like with the cartons of soy milk, what's actually in it for them to be shelf stable and not go bad? Soy has got a bad rep out there, but it's so versatile. You can use it in so many different forms, make tofu and make bloody delicious stuff like this, and obviously use it in coffee and use it in cereal. Amongst all of the alternative milk, soy milk has got a unique character to it, so it's really hard to rule it out. Alright, that is all I want to say, all I want to share today. I want to dive back right into this deliciousness. If you learned something, if you like the video, give the video a like. If you don't, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you in a couple of weeks.